WASA, get in the know. How about the dry season plan and watershed management? Tell us about transmission. WASA, get in the know. WASA's National Secondary School Quiz Competition. In the know with H2O. WASA, get in the know with H2O.
WASA, water security for every sector.
Water conservation, watershed management, water pollution. Some key elements of the water sector and important features of WASA's inaugural National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition. In the know with H2O. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Vernon Ramisser, and this is the 6th installment of the most innovative quiz show. If you think you know all about water and the water sector, you'd soon come to realize that there are still some interesting and remarkable facts you never knew before. So stick around as we delve into the wide world of water. Maybe you haven't seen the show before. Well, two schools from various parts of Trinidad and Tobago go head-to-head to test their H2O knowledge. Only one school can progress to the quarterfinal round, and by the end of today's show, we would have our 6th quarterfinalist. Hope you're ready to find out which school knows more about H2O, and in the process, test your own knowledge. Firstly, we need a guide. No contest is complete without the rules, so let's have a brief overview before we get into the action. During rounds 1 to 4, students are restricted from communicating with each other. During round 5, students can collaborate. For rounds 1 to 4, student 1 will answer question 1 alone, student 2 answer question 2, and so on. If any other student is found answering another's question, the student will be disqualified. Round 5 offers team questions, and hence the answer can be discussed. 100 points are awarded to all correct answers. 0 points will be awarded if the answer is incorrect. If the answer is partially correct, the judges will decide to appoint any portion of 100 points or ask for clarification towards awarding the total of 100. Teams can earn a maximum of 2,000 points, that is 20 questions times 100 points. If a team is asked a question and does not answer it correctly, the answer will be handed over to the other team to answer. If the second team answers correctly, they are awarded 50 points. That is half the points. If the answer is unclear, partially correct, or requires qualifying, the judges will ask for clarification and award marks according to their collective decisions. Questions for the quiz will fall under 5 categories, which are history of WASA and water, water facts, conservation and watershed management, water pollution, water treatment, distribution and transmission, and WASA's dry season plan for 2011. And of course, the judge's decision is final. Now let's meet the judges because they have a mighty task to complete. Our head judge, Joel Young, Distribution and Production Manager, Narissa Ishmael, Economist, and Sheldon Bauman, Industrial Engineer. All of the judges are staff members of WASA. We are in search of the school that knows the most about H2O. When we do find that school, they will win $100,000 cash for their school, among other individual prizes. And that school will hold the title as the first winner of WASA's National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O. Which school could that be? It could be yours. Well, we have 2 schools with us today, and we believe they're the one. But there's only one way to find out. They must prove themselves to be good enough to make it to the next round of WASA's National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O. From the St. Patrick District, Iere High School, and from the Tobago District, Bishop's High School. These teams are anxiously waiting to get the show on the road, so team captains, briefly tell us who your teammates are. Christopher Senath of Iere High School, who's on your side?
We have Valin Rampasad at number 2, then we have Giselle Isaac at number 3, followed by Vanessa Alman in number 4.
Thank you very much. And Nkosi Fletcher from Bishop's High School in Tobago, who's your team members?
On my left, we have Gabrielle York. Away from her is Kerry Warner. And on my extreme left, we have Rachel Woodram.
Welcome to all of you. That takes care of the first order of business. So we'll pause for a while before getting into the action. WASA's National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O. We'll be right back. You're viewing WASA's National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition In the Know with H2O on C. Welcome back. Teams, before we get into the competition, let me give you a quick reminder of the topics. History of WASA and water, water facts, conservation and watershed management, water pollution, water treatment, distribution and transmission, and WASA's dry season plan 2011. I hope you're prepared because we are now entering round one, and it's on the history of WASA and water. Let's go. Here's the first question for participant 1 on both teams. Name 6 agencies which came together to form WASA in 1965. Bishops.
The Central Water Distribution Authority, the County Councils, Port of Spain City Council, Arima Borough Council, San Fernando Borough Council, the Sanitation Division of the Ministry of Public Utilities, and the Water Division of the Ministry of Public Utilities.
100% correct. Well done with that one. On to question 2 now. For participant 2. The persons who received training from a Canadian firm between 1966 and 1970 became the staff of what agency?
The Water Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
That is incorrect. Want to take a stab? Bishops? Participant 2.
The Water Resources Authority.
As far as I can tell, both answers are incorrect. Judges? The answer we have is the Water Resources Survey. Okay, let's get on to participant 3 on both teams now. The Water Resources Agency became attached to the Water and Sewage Authority in what year? Bishops?
In 1976.
Correct. And the final question in round 1 to participant 4 in both teams. Hillsborough West Water Treatment Plant was commissioned in what year? Bishops?
1983.
That is incorrect. Want to have a try? No? Okay. The answer is 1991, so no one got that. Moving right along, this is round 2, where we focus on water facts, conservation, and watershed management. Are you ready, guys? Participant 1 again. Why does the taste of water differ from area to area? Bishops?
Because of the mineral content in the water.
Judges? Correct?
That's correct.
Congratulations. Participant 2 now on both teams. Define energy conservation as it relates to water production and transmission. Iere.
Energy conservation, as it relates to water production and transmission, is that WASA uses energy efficient equipment to service the production and transmission of the water.
Judges?
We need to pass to the other team.
Okay. Participant 2 on the other team, do you want to attempt to answer the question?
In water treatment plants and to send the waters to the homes, it takes a lot of energy. Therefore, WASA wants to cut down on this by the customers using less, so they wouldn't have to pump as much water to the homes and different consumers.
That is correct. On to question 3 now, for participant 3 on both teams. Are you ready? Right. What is watershed management? Bishops?
Watershed management is the process of creating, implementing plans, projects, and programs to sustain and enhance the functions of a watershed and that affect plant and animal life within that watershed boundary.
Absolutely correct. To the letter. And the final question in this round, participant 4 on both teams. Why is it important to manage watersheds? Bishops?
It's important to manage watersheds because what you do on top of the land affects the communities and the habitats living below it.
Judges?
Would you like to expand on that answer a bit?
Also that if there is improper watershed management, it can lead to soil erosion, and it can lead to and with soil erosion they wouldn't be able to, and also it can affect the habitats and people living within the watershed boundaries in a negative way.
Accepted.
Congratulations on that. Stick around, more info on H2O and the scores await you. When we return, we head into round 3. Welcome back to C. This is WASA's National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O. We have so much more compelling information ahead. There's no denying water is the essence of life, and there is so much we don't actually know about it. As promised, here are the scores. Iere High School, 0. Bishop's High School, Tobago, 550. Lots of questions ahead still. So home viewers, I'm sure you've realized that there are some things you've never heard before, while others seem like second nature. Teams, I'm sure you can say the same. The only difference is, the more you know, the better your chances to take away the grand prize. Now that you've seen the total, let's get down to business. It's over to round 3. We'll have the chance to add to your respective totals. Water pollution is the feature topic in round 3. So without further ado, we start with the first question to participant 1 on both teams. How is dissolved oxygen quantified? Iere.
Dissolved oxygen is quantified by the waters in rivers are measured. Is a parameter for measuring water pollution in rivers by using dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen. The amount of dissolved oxygen in water, it comes from the atmosphere. It comes from plants, the waste product of photosynthesis, and from aeration, the rapid movement of water. And it affects the water's alkalinity and the taste of the water.
That's not what I have here, judges. Your view?
Incorrect. We'll have to pass it to the team.
Let's pass it on to participant 1 at Bishop's.
Dissolved oxygen is quantified by using dissolved oxygen meters.
That is correct. Question 2 in round 3 for participant 2 in both teams. What are radioactive materials? Iere.
Radioactive materials are materials such as lead, which are very poisonous and emanates high radioactivity values.
That's not the answer that I have. Judges,